I don't have any lineups in front of me here. Oh shit. That's all right.
Where's Pierce with all his lineups? Hey, Rob, do you have the lineups? Pierce is gone with his sheet.
Duck Cross with Fred Aslan from Twin Elms Rugby Park. Internet-only coverage here between USA and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So my favorite additive to a drink played on the field here. Weather is just cooking here now, late in the afternoon here outside of Ottawa, 33 Celsius, and for you folks in the United States, that's really hot Fahrenheit.
Here we go. It's on its way.
We're underway.
First game of the day for St. Vincent and Grenadine. There we go. USA, 10 seconds in, scores a try off the kickoff.
Yikes. That is going to make for a long day for the St. Vincent and Grenadines team.
Actually, St. Vincent's Grenadines, newest team added to the IRB sevens.
Into the charter.
Yep, in the charter. Yep.
Yeah, that's great stuff. You know, that's all part of the growing process. Is that you got to play against teams like the United States, and it might not go your way 10 seconds in, but hopefully they manage the pressure over the course of 14 minutes.
They don't even really have a domestic league yet, but they have a national side, and I think they recruit players from some of the other islands also, you know, so you know, this is their experience. You know, this is where you got to start somewhere, and this is where it's happening for them. One advantage is that they haven't played today, so could be an advantage or a disadvantage, but with you know, it was pretty wet this morning. I think this could be you know, we want to see what they're capable of anyway.
USA with a 5-0 lead.
Yeah.
And just need to have a look at the sheet for me. Thank you very much. And so there's a quick ball out by Luke Hume.
They've played around with their players a little bit, USA. They've changed the wingers now at center, and or actually at fly half, number 12.
That was Shalom Suniulu.
Yeah.
Now here's a gap.
Yeah,
and it's Hume through for the second test, second try of the afternoon here in this game.
Hume actually playing with cartilage issues. I just talked to him a few minutes ago, and he's pretty banged up. But you can see he's out there playing, and it's part of the game in sevens. You know, you put your little niggly injuries away, and you get on the field, and that's a nice try for him, untouched.
So coaches and managers for the USA also thinking about tomorrow and what the critical games are going to be, because the way the form sheet's playing out now to be USA and Canada in the final.
Yeah.
Both teams advance to Russia,
yeah.
But you also got to try and win the whole prize, and that means resting some of your starters.
Yeah, I don't think actually Canada or USA will be satisfied with second place.
No.
I think these two are shooting for one thing and one thing only, and that's first place. So obviously that's something to look forward to, but before that we you know, they have to get through all the other matches. Canada's got a game against Mexico coming up. That will be something. I think that will be their toughest test yet. And, we'll see what happens. So here we go. We're kicking off after a second try for USA. It's now 12-0 for the US.
Hi to all our fans in the United States and in the Caribbean. Happy to provide this coverage via Rogers Cable in Canada. They're gratefully acknowledging their participation, allowing us to stream these games anywhere outside of Ontario. Big cutout pass by number 4, Shalom Suniula. And now another try set up here, it looks like, but no defense. Oh,
Zach
the tackle. Yep.
Zach
passed the test on that one.
Yeah, definitely. He's quite well known on the circuit. You know, he's well, almost call him a veteran now, not by age but by experience. You know, it's great to see some of these guys. You know, they're, you know, just we see a lot of them during the year, and they're here for this tournament. You know, we know that some teams kind of brought second-string teams. You know, we know U.S. and Canada are really they're going to battle it out for us. Actually, even the U.S. team, you know, Alex Magleby, their coach, is an ex-player, so the experience actually is driven from there. You know, when you have an ex-player that coaches a team, I think that's added value, you know.
Seems to work in sevens quite well.
Yeah.
Morgan Williams having quite a
Thompson
success
in the past. Yeah, I think that's really that's a way to give back, and at the same time, it's a way to, you know, teach your boys the little things that a coach that hasn't played doesn't know.
Safe to say the tactics in sevens change all the time. People try new schemes and everything like that. When you played to what the game you're watching now, I mean, there's new positions and sweepers and everything going on there.
Well, at the end of my career, sweeping was my favorite position. I really enjoyed it out back. He said all you had to do is reel people in and just, you know, either reel them out of back. But what I've found now is it was a lot of keep away rugby in those days. Now it's like they bang it up, you know, set up a platform, and then from there we got a try from USA.
Jack Halalilo.
Yeah,
number 8, putting that under the posts, and
he's really powerful. You know, he's a player to be watched. I'll tell you, I don't know how long he's been playing for. I haven't seen him much on the IRB circuit personally, but I just saw the power there. He just, you know, picks up and goes. He's got that Samoan step, you know, the Islander step. He's a powerful guy.
I think what you're seeing, just like in Canada with the Olympic inclusion, is now the U.S. Olympic Committee is going out and saying, offering up training programs and funding. And all of a sudden, a guy that might have been a great player at your club is going, oh, I'm moving to Chula Vista, California, and training 6 months a year and going on the road. And yeah, I'm not making NFL money or anything like that, but you're playing a game you love.
And you might have actually more chance to make it to the top. And the other thing is I found that rugby, you know, they're looking for any athletes right now. You know, whether you're a sprinter, a wrestler, any guy with talent is worth trying. And we've seen it in the past in the IRB. They try guys out. We've had guys that have had hopes to play for the NFL. Bang, they're straight into the team. They give them a shot. It works, doesn't work. At least they're trying guys out. And I think we could learn from that. Yep.
Mike Pellefowl crossing over there for the USA. The score blossoming into 29-0 with another kick under the post. So it's going to be, you know, 6 minutes gone this first half. It's probably going to be one of the bigger scores we see today, especially with this heat.
It's looking like that, definitely. St. Vincent hasn't really had much chance to run with the ball yet. And when they do, the fierce tackling of the U.S. They just want the ball back, and it doesn't even be too hard to get it back. You know? Speaking
earlier about, you know, taking all athletes, Miles Craigwell comes to mind last year, coming from a Chicago Bears lineup, and you know, NFL football, and people say, hey, look, you're just marginally, you're on the cusp of NFL. You could blow this thing up in sevens. And all that's really holding him back now is just learning the fine points of the game.
Exactly.
He's got the speed and the strength.
Yeah, the skill. Yeah, that's right. We can't ever forget that you can be the greatest athletes. If you don't have any hands, catch and pass, this is not necessarily the game, you know?
Right.
It really comes down to the fine details. Because there are a lot of great athletes around, you know, but this game, that's why it's a different game. It's specific to skill level. And being able to get banged up and getting up and going again, you know.
What is the one thing you've heard about the United States, you know, wherever you go around the world, is the sleeping giant, right? The country, 330 million people, and you look at all the U.S. college programs that cast off players at the end of their careers that could start in any rugby team around the world from a physical point of view.
I've also heard, you know, a certain guy by the name of Rupert Murdoch that's always chatting it up rugby and wanting it to be big. He's been a big promoter of the game in the U.S. like he's done for soccer, and normally when Rupert Murdoch gets involved in stuff, his money, everything else, all the people he knows, I can see what he means. They're not there yet, but they've definitely done some great things this year in the circuit. Let's see next year when Canada's back in the circuit full-time what happens. We'll see who dominates. I think it'll be the first time Canada and the U.S. will be on a full-time circuit together, so it'll be quite interesting.
It was an interesting you know, how things played out when Canada got knocked off the core status, replaced by the United States, and a lot of people said, well, that simply doesn't make sense, but the U.S. has gotten better. Canada fought hard and did what they had to do in Hong Kong. So, yeah, you're right. They're going to see each other for every event for the first time in a long time. And, you know, they might be friendly with each other in the hotel, but when it's on the grass, U.S. and Canada doesn't get any better than that.
No, there's no friends on that pitch, I'll be honest with you. It'll be a big battle. So who comes out with the most points at the end of the circuit next year, for sure, to claim the North American title, basically.
So Ricardo Dalloway is, you know, St. Vincent and the Grenadines actually have possession right now only because it's the start of the second half. So let's see what they can do if they can get the kickoff and get it under control. That's a nice high kickoff to start things, but the U.S. will control it. And
straight up, eh?
Yeah, that's a great step move by Maka Unafue. Hop pass. Picked up, yeah, and that's Rocco Maurer.
Out on the wing, inside, outside.
Wow, look, Carlin Isles. He is just ripping it up. He'll go untouched.
Carlin Isles, you know, I talked with his coach a little earlier, an ex-sprinter. They're just trying him out, basically. I mean, he came on last year at the end of the circuit. Apparently very, very fast, in the 10s. I mean, when you get guys of that speed, and definitely, again, you try him out. That was my chance. You know, speed is what got me in. After that, it's what you do with it. Yeah. Well, seeing his inside-outside step there and pinning his ears back, I have a feeling he's going to stick around.
You think the Jamaican coach is waiting for Usain Bolt to hang up the spikes and then fight him over? I mean, imagine having a guy like Bolt and he just got it out to the edge.
Did you hear lately about Bolt? About he's thinking maybe trying something else, so he might do some long jump now in the Olympics.
Why not?
Hey, sevens rugby. Right. Give him a shot.
Yeah, it'd be a triathlete.
He could be a cricketer. I mean,
oh my goodness.
He's obviously talented.
Yeah.
He's not just a good talker. I mean, he can back it up, I think.
So Carlin Isles, great tournament for him to be involved with. Not a lot of pressure in these opening round games.
That's right.
And so there's a guy that maybe if you put him on the full IRB circuit, he'd be shut down. Here he's got a little space, so he'll build his confidence and go, oh, son of a gun, I can do this a little bit. He's going to have some hard days too, but this is a day to let him spread his wings.
All right, here we go for a second half. A little anecdote with that. That was kind of my situation. I'll be honest with you, Doug. When I came on, nobody knew me. It's much easier. After that, people start studying you, and all of a sudden the game gets much harder. Here we go again.
Number 12. Off to Isles for a second.
Yeah, there he goes, Isles.
Yeah, he's going to really start liking this sport.
Showing up for a hat trick today, I think. Eh? Yeah, well, he's got 2 now, but plenty of time to go 3.
He'll probably be texting his track buddies and going, you need to come down and see me in Chula Vista next time.
Definitely.
I want you to meet a few coaches.
Yeah, I think that it's not a hidden secret. I mean, it's been said in many places that that's what the U.S. wants to do. And I mean, we should definitely be considering the same thing. I mean, we can't afford to just let talent just go by like that. We got to try it and get them involved in some high-level stuff to see what comes up, you know. And that's why the NACRA Sevens in Canada and in North America is great. It gives this opportunity to play in front of your fans and to maybe try guys. And you play differently when you're playing in front of your country. I was talking with Rob earlier about when he played in Las Vegas, how great it was because for the first time he could have people from his country come over without having to buy an overseas ticket, which we both know is quite expensive. So again, we can only benefit from Rugby Sevens and having tournaments like this in our country. I think it's the greatest thing. Rugby Canada did a great job with Tourist Ottawa, and I mean, it's the best thing that can happen to Sevens rugby in North America.
Yeah, the Vegas and California stops before that were the one chance to really see Canada perform before today, which is a historic day. Yep. Having Canada play meaningful IRB sanctioned games here, and look at the inside-outside step there.
Yeah, there we see. Huma is, you know, he's a little playmaker. We see him go, and you know, when I talked to him, I heard a little accent. I didn't ask him where he's from. I don't think he's American. It sounded a little bit like an Australian. I didn't ask him, but you know, the talent he's born with. You know, he's a rugby player, and you can tell. Right there, just a little inside, outside, little step, little pop pass, bang, sets
Peter
up his...
Tibro scoring the try, and he's going to take the kick as well.
Yeah, setting up his players. I mean, I don't think he wants to get banged up much more either. If we both know rib cartilage, that's pretty painful.
Oh, so, yeah, you can't even get up in the morning. And
no. It's so just the fact that he's on the field playing kind of proves that U.S. is serious about this. They won't go all the way to the end.
They're interested in slowing this game down too. I mean, everyone's tired. It's been a long day. This will be the last games for these.
Yeah, both these teams. Yep.
So with just 3.5 minutes left to go in this game, U.S. looked to be a good bet to you know, add a few more points and get it up into the 60s here.
Highest scoring game of the day.
Oh wow!
By quite a bit, I think. You know, Canada. We had
a women's game that went up.
Yeah, we had a women's game with 62. Oh, there you go.
No, that was Taylor Mokate.
seems to be a kind of a going thing here. The locks, the blonde locks, eh?
I don't know, Fred, does that make sense when you have to shower 5 times a day to have hair that takes that long to dry? I mean,
well, anything to get seen, you know, nowadays. These athletes, exactly. You know,
what was your tell? What was your big thing that you put out there so people know? Is you tape your ankles?
Well, the funny thing is, for me, because in those days rugby was still, you know, very pure.
Oh, pure.
Pure. You know,
so
the
if you
Puritans,
tried to stand out, they wouldn't like it.
The Puritans didn't really like that. But I found ways at the end with my my headgear. I put a little color on there, and you know. But you know, now you see a lot more of it. You know, they got mohawks, they got tattoos. They're, you know, you can tell them. You can tell one guy from another from all the stuff they're wearing or, you know, wearing on their skin. Even you see those Maoris even that play now. They have Pacific Islanders. They're tattooed out. You know, it seems to go with rugby.
Right. So not quite at 60 points yet, but just about a minute to go here, and 57-0 the score for the USA over St. Vincent and the Grenadines. More great action tomorrow as it's day 2, and all to play for the U.S. and Canada men. And the 3rd place finisher gets a shot in Hong Kong to see if they can join the regular circuit out of the Tier 2 so-called minnow nations.
That's right.
You know, just because they're not maybe playing for the big hardware, there's still games being played for here. They're going to get a shot to expand their fortunes.
Oh yeah, Hong Kong Sevens. You know, I've had the opportunity to go there a few times.
Isn't it fantastic?
I still dream it. You know, it's a great city too, Hong Kong. I mean, it's just a beautiful place.
Don't you find everywhere you look at, you go, I've never seen that before. I've never seen that.
Exactly.
Architecture and
the smell,
the roads, and oh yeah, you go to some of those markets, and wouldn't be going back to my kitchen, but hey. U.S. with the line out throw. Knocked right into his own hands. That's number 7, Rocco Maurer, and that's his 2nd try of the game.
Rocco Maurer.
So that will be it as we hit 14 minutes, and that will take the score to, well, at least
62 maybe,
depending on if they get the kick. Yeah.
You know, I guess, you know, the promotion of the game.